Hello and welcome to the Atari basement. Today we're going to take a look at a game called Treasure Island Dizzy. Now this was the first in the Dizzy series on the Atari ST. I think the cartoon version was the first of its time on other computers. But here's a little egg. This is the original disc. Unfortunately it doesn't work. So I have already loaded up this one from the Dizzy collection. It was number 1 on the menu. I've got a couple of these Treasure Island Dizzy discs. They don't work, so I'm not sure what's happened there. Let's turn the computer on. I have already loaded this up. And let me just read to you the story on the back. What does it say here? Explore the mysterious island's deserted treehouse village, fabulous gold mines, huge caves, magic shops, and secret treasure. You can even go underwater, but remember your snorkel. And let's have a look at the story of Dizzy, because this was the very first Dizzy game on the Atari ST. Dizzy was looking forward to the round-the-world cruise. When he told the other yoke folk about the good deal he found, they wondered just what lay ahead of him. Dizzy enjoyed the cruise at first. The captain, Long John Silver, was a lovely old bloke with a kindly manner, good at insulting and degrading the fair-paying punters, eh? He was well balanced. He had parrots on one shoulder and a chip on the other. Dizzy thought he would organise a game of cricket on the aft deck. In a fit of blinding stupidity, he used Algy's spare leg collection as makeshift stumps, and when they were lost overboard, he was made to walk the plank. That was how he came to find himself gently poaching on a silent, sun-kissed bench of seemingly deserted island. He had to somehow find a way back to Yorkfolk and the lodge his compensation claim with the travel agent. So, yeah, so he was made to walk the plank, and he's ended up, I mean, I've been on a cruise ship. It was a nice experience. Let's turn the music on. So this is the title screen. And you can turn the music on and off, which we will do at some point, because the in-game music, this was in 1989. Okay, this is us. So we are this egg. We can't go in water, otherwise we'll die. So in this game, a bit like Rick Dangerous, you have to work things out. You can, at the moment in the top middle, you can see nothing. And I can now pick up an empty chest. I can go over to the left here. And each item we collect has a purpose. So the chests, as you can see, are used to use a step. Now collecting coins, I think there's 30 in total. So if you collect all 30, there's 2 ways to complete the game. Use all the items or collect the coins for the extra bonus. So these are all over the place. You can see I hit that creature and was able to collect a coin there. Now you can hurt creatures. Here on these scrolls, they say various things. Legend has it, Hookjaw the pirate buried here still guards over his treasure. So we were taken off with this flower. Now on various places you'll... Oh no, don't hit that. I know that animal. The Snoggles Treehouse Complex, deserted now since the threats of a tourist ruining their peaceful life. So let's get up here. I don't want to hit this creature. And see, there we go. So if I click on the door, there's a coin here. Sorry, mate. I've got a new R9 joystick, and I don't know whether it's the port or the fire button is playing up. Anyway, now I need to fix these controls. Okay, yeah, so let me just sort these controls out. Okay. So we have traps as well, and surprise traps. This one you have to jump over, unless I want to die there. So back in the day, I don't think I got very far in this game. Here's a trap here, and we have to be careful, because if we go too far to the right, we will get caught by that trap. Now this change of screen, was it flip screening? I'm not a fan of this. Having to... Did I get a coin there? I'm not sure. I'm not going to bother collecting all the coins. So we've got a 10-ton weight, we will have to use this. And over here we've got a pair of snorkels, which will become helpful. Is there a coin in there? Nope. Let's jump over here. Okay, so yeah, you have to jump from there if I want to get to this coin. Like I said, there's 13 coins in total, ones that are obvious to see. I'm now going to turn this music off. That's better. Spacebar, nice and easy there. Okay, we got sound effects. No, we had sound effects. Right, so let's get all our items. A bit of statics movement. Oh, that's interesting. Never knew it had, because I usually just turn the speaker off. Anyway, this flower's got a coin, but obviously because my inventory is full with 3 items, so you cannot check for secret coin places when you've got your full inventory. Okay, let's dump our magic stone and our smuggle and our heavyweight. And as you can see, pressing the fire button is how you go up and down on your inventory. So up and to an angle of fire makes them jump. Oh, and now you have to time this right to get on this ledge. What does this say? Look out for Advanced Ski Simulator from the same great team who bought you Treasure Island Dizzy. Good game. Let's collect this coin. 6 coins. Collect this coin. Do we have a coin there? Nope. Nope. Okay. Let's pick that heavyweight back up. You can see a hook here, so you're going to use the heavyweight, and you can see it pull down the ledge, which means you can go up here. Like I said, I think there's a secret trap here. So if you don't notice the first, there it is. You could see it when I went off screen. Okay, how do I get up there? Do I get up there? There's a spade up there that I want. If I jump off this ledge. Oh, okay. Got another coin there, you could see. Right. There's still some items here that I need to find. And I think I had to go up there. So I'm just going to put this on pause and get back up that way. Okay, welcome back. I did actually lose my life because I accidentally went into that trap down below. So we're back here now. And we can go up here. And over here we have a remote detonator, which is another item we will need. No goodies here. So let's carry on this way. This is a game I think I gave up very quickly on back in the day because it was frustrating. And yes, you can land on the clouds. Make your way up. This is the Dizzy World where anything can happen. And here We have a pogo stick. Oh, no, don't leave the detonator. Get the spade. Yeah, you can accidentally drop items. Now, let's have a look here. Oh! Wow! The jump was too big for me, and that's why I died. Anyway, I wanted to go into the water with a snorkel, so attempt number 3. Okay, we're back. So we've got our gravedigger spade, a pogo stick, and a remote detonator. Now, leave our spade here for now. I think I will need my pogo stick, remote detonator. So let's pick that up. We need our rubber snorkel if we're going to go in the water. Now, like I said, this is my 3rd attempt, so I've had 2 unfortunate deaths. 7 coins at present, and I've not picked up a couple of secret ones with a flower. Oh, okay. So we are gonna go into the water. Yay! Pick up another coin. What's this guy doing? Do I need to wait? Yeah, I need to wait for this fish to go by because I don't want to die my snorkels and get eaten by a fish. So we now have a jellyfish. Again, I need to wait for the jellyfish to go by. And yes, I'm not sure I even got this far back in the day because I think I did give up quite quickly when I was a young child because this was not my idea fun. Like I said, it's got a Rick Dangerous sort of theme in terms of you die again and again to work things out. Oop. Credits, ST version by the Highlanders, coding Andrew Graham, graphics Stuart Graham and Robbie Graham. I think they were all brothers. All brothers, right? I don't want to get killed by that crab, but I know I need to get up there, so maybe I have to jump the crab. So I think you've only seen me use actual one item so far, which has been oof. No. Okay, the official pogo place. So we've used our pogo now to get up here, where we can now the island in the sky, which is what this is. Now I need to pick up my fireproof suit and double snorkel. Do I need the pogo stick again? Let's not leave our snorkels. I don't think I'll need to come back up here again. So let's leave a pogo stick. Okay, another coin here. Do I go left or do I go right? That is the question. Left. Whoa. Don't get killed by the jellyfish. So what should we do? Leave. How do I make sure I don't drop my snorkels? Because I can pick up one more item. Let's just collect another item maybe. What's that? A crowbar? I need that crowbar, don't I? Yes, I do. How do I get by him without hitting him? No, that's a barrel. So this big fish. Now this is a crowbar now. I think if I don't use the crowbar, that stone will rise and kill me from pressure, right? So I will need that crowbar. I think I don't want to risk it. because this is my third and final attempt. I'm not going to try this again. Very frustrating game. Visually looks nice if you're into the Dizzy games, but the one life or one death scenario is not my idea of fun. I mean, I don't know whether I can kill the jellyfish like I could the birds. Okay, so we're gonna get this now. Oh no, I think I will need, now if I go right I'll probably get killed by the jellyfish. Ooh, I'm gonna get killed by the turtle. I'll float to the top because that's what happens when you're a bad egg. Anyway, that's Treasure Island Dizzy. Now, if I got some dynamite and a detonator, I could go back and break part of it open. But yeah, the one death hit, and at least in Rick Dangerous, you don't have to go far again and again, whereas this game you did. So it was a Dizzy game. I'm gonna look at some more Dizzy games, but this was the first one, Treasure Island Dizzy. And yeah, so I was worried about the snorkel, because if I dropped the snorkel in whilst I was in the water, obviously I'd die, because that's what happens to eggs, right? Dizzy's World. That fish, if I let it gobble me up after I used a crowbar, I know I'd get an extra coin. And like I said, if you get the full 30 coins, you have a different ending than if you just complete the game, if you do. Not that I've ever completed this game. That's Treasure Island Dizzy for you. See you for the next one.